Welcome back to IGHQ. You can call me COMM, and in today's Ehpex video, we'll dive beneath the surface of the new Beast Mode event and talk about the mid-season patch notes that came with it. If you learn an Ehpex fact or just enjoy the videos, consider subscribing for more content like this, or leave a like to help the algorithm. But with that being said, let's dive in. We talked about rotations and modes, but quickly I need to mention we have a new gold rotation, which includes the P2020, Prowler, Volt, Devo, and G7. We also have a note on the heat shields, which will now take damage when any part of the dome connects with the ring. Previously it only took damage if the core was in the ring. It'll also take ramping damage based on how far away the ring is from the core. Two small but also impactful notes here for ranked. 1. The scoring has been updated. Kills, assists, and participations after 8th place will now be worth 50%. There was 6th place before. And 2. There is a new split reset rule where you just drop to the lowest tier of your rank bracket. So as you can see on the screen here, anything from bronze 5 to 1 will reset you at bronze 5. Same for silver, gold, and plat. And then in the top end for diamond, it gets split from diamond 5 to 3. That'll reset you into plat 3. And then diamond 2 to 1 will reset you to plat 2. And with masters and above, they'll get reset to plat 1. Now we get into some weapon tunings. The accelerated stocks that they put into the game are now only usable on the P2020, Volt, and Wingman instead of the Car, G7, and Nemesis. Additionally, they also fixed the laser sight effectiveness at all tiers. Looking at our SMGs, the Ulti Car, R99, and Volt all lose that one bullet at the base and in each tier of a magazine. The Nemesis, for our only AR change, gets the charge deplete time as well as delay before charge starts depleting, increased to 8 seconds was 6. They also increased the barrel effectiveness at all tiers. A couple LMG tunings. For the Devo, they reduced the intensity of the recoil in the first few shots, and for the L-Star, they removed the reverse hipfire mechanic, which allowed for the spread to tighten the longer you shot from the hip. Moving on to our marksman weapons, however, the 30-30 aim down sight charge shot has increased to 65 damage, was 58, and the aim down sight charged headshot damage increased to 104, was 93. The G7 also gets a damage increase to 36, was 35, and the headshot damage being 58 was 57. They also slightly increased its fire rate. And for the P2020, they normalized the laser effectiveness to other weapons. The Wingman no longer takes boosted loader hop-up, and the EVA 8 blast pattern has widened. That moves us on to our legends, so buckle up. If I did leave anything out, post in the comments so we can have all the facts in one place. But let's get into the legends. Firstly, remembering the skirmishers get 2 new perks by default that we talked about, the Trailblazer for speed and Charge Knocked for health and ability, specifically a free tactical on Knock. So with that in play, we also see some individual changes with a focus on Alter, so let's start there. Looking at the tactical, which now gets 2 charges. The depth of the portal has also been increased to 30 meters, was 20, and the height and length can now reach 45 meters, was 30. The tactical cooldown has been reduced to 20 seconds, with the tactical cooldown plus perk just being integrated into the base kit, as well as the Void Vision perk being integrated, allowing you to see enemies and their health bars when using the passage. Placement preview will now also show where the passage is going to be created if you can place one there, and when you place the passage, it'll briefly highlight enemies on the other side immediately after placement. So big buff to the tactical, but let's look at the ultimate here, the Void Nexus. Now reusable with each player having their own 30-second cooldown. 2 can be active in the world at the same time, which was another perk they just integrated into the base kit. You can now interact directly with the Void Nexus to summon your knocked allies back. And with her passive, Gift from the Rift, you can now grab banners from your allies' death boxes, instead of just being able to interact with enemy death boxes for loot. Now looking at Alter's upgrades, for level 2, as we mentioned, they removed Ringmaster and Void Vision, the Void Vision being integrated into the kit, and they've added a new perk called Friends, where you can gain all the support perks, so access to support bins, faster revives and health regen, etc., or a new perk called Eye to Another World, which gains you all the recon perks, so accessing recon bins, gaining threat vision on ADSing, etc. For her upgrades in level 3, the new Void Breacher, which using a friendly Void passage grants movement speed and increased reloads, or Staring into the Void, which allows the Void passage scan duration for Alter to be increased by an extra 15 seconds. Note though, the scan requires a line of sight to the enemies from the exit of the portal and to the portal entrance for Alter. Moving on to Revenant, his Assassin's Instinct passive now allows the allies on his team to see the low health tracking marker like Revenant sees when he gets someone low. For his Shadow Pounce, the activation time has been reduced by 30%, and the cooldown has also been reduced to about 20 seconds, was 25. And lastly, for his Forged Shadows ult, the shield HP has been increased by 25. Now we move on to his upgrades, where they've removed Murder Machine and added a new perk called Try to Hide, which doubles the duration of the passive mark when getting enemies to low health. Again, now being able to be seen by allies, I think this perk is going to be pretty good. For his level 3 perks, Grim Leaper has been removed, and instead they added Agile Assassin, which reduces the Shadow Pound's activation time and charge time by half. Now quickly looking at Ashe, who just kind of got reworked to get multiple Void Breaches. Those Void Breach cooldowns have been changed to 2.5 minutes, were 2 before. For Horizon, her level 2 perks have been removed, those being Big Bang and Backpack, and in their place, her level 3 perks have moved down, so Tactical Cooldown and Ultimate Cooldown, and then new for level 3 for her perks will be Conservation of Energy, which allows Spacewalk to grant 25 shield regen on soft landings, and Combat Reserve, which allows her to access assault bins, carry extra ammo per stack, and an extra grenade slot, essentially just getting that assault class perk. For Loba, her Escape Artist, when using her bracelet and gaining that new 50 shield, has unfortunately been decreased to 25 shield that you'll gain when using that Escape Artist. And for Pathfinder, his level 3 upgrade Down and Away has been removed, and a new Grapple Cooldown Plus has been replaced, which decreases the tactical cooldown by 10 seconds. Lastly, in our legends we have WRAITH, so let's move on to that. The original 3P run animation has returned. Her Tactical Into the Void cooldown has been decreased to 20 seconds, was 25, as well as the activation time decreased to 0.8 seconds, was 1.25, so you can dip a little bit better. You can now exit from the void at any time by pressing the attack or tactical buttons. And for her Dimensional Rift, the cooldown has been decreased to 2.5 minutes, was 3, now ramps up to max speed much faster when using the ult. And for her upgrades at level 2, the ultimate cooldown now reduces to 1.5 minutes. And for her upgrades at level 3, Fast Phase now decreases tactical activation by 30%, was 20%, and this will reduce the activation time to 0.5, was 1, and for the tactical cooldown level 3 perk, it now reduces it to 15 seconds, was 20. That leaves us now just with the bug fixes and quality of life updates, so again, if you've learned a fact, leave this video a like, and let's move on to the bug fixes. Certain loot bins once again refill properly after bin reset. They fixed a rare server crash, fixed an exploit that would allow cheaters to crash the server, fixed unknown player ranks due to late loading being incorrectly shown as rookie. If a player's rank is not known by the time the skill display is loaded, those players' ranks are now hidden. Opened extended supply bins will no longer show an icon after a legend upgrade. The Peacekeeper will no longer occasionally fire 2 shots when sliding. Spider Den loot now reflects current loot pool, and Tridents will no longer be set flying when boarded. The arsenals have been assured that the upgrade visual effects show on both akimbo weapons. They'll now provide correct ammo after loot bins and arsenal resets. Prevented a rare bug where Evo Harvesters would spawn inside an arsenal. Rebinding keys no longer prevents using the Highlight Arsenal map button. Upgrading a Charge Sentinel or Rampage no longer removes the weapon charge. And restored correct weapon animation while upgrading at an arsenal. Some legend bug fixes here for Crypto. The EMP visual effects now match the distance you could get hit at. Lifeline now revives at support class speeds when silenced and is able to deploy Dock to revive. And Newcastle can once again move his morale shield while downed. Moving on to the quality of life improvements, they improve the consistency when interacting with bleeding out squad mates near small doors. Pinging from a zipline now won't ping the zipline itself. Legend upgrade prompts will no longer disappear when taking damage by the ring, but all other damage types will continue to close the prompt. As for our audio, they reduce the audible distance of persistent sound on Ballistic while Alt is active. Reduce the volume of Alter's active Void Nexus idling. Ash's Snare persistent sound for herself and squad. Catalyst Tactical and Ultimate also reduce the barricade volume and audible distance for self and squad. Caustic's Gas Cloud persistent sound, Maggie's Wrecking Ball speed and persistence sound, the smoke from Bangalore, the initial ping, and consistent sounds, just trying to help with the audio and a lot of the things that are going on so that you can actually hear footsteps and, you know, shots that are coming at you. Crypto's drone and Seer's exhibition heart as well, so hopefully that helps. We of course have some graphic updates on the screen here as well, and all the links of course are in the description as well as the timestamp. So I hope you enjoyed the video and found everything that you needed, and maybe some that you didn't, but that's the state of Ehpex currently for the midway point of Takeover. So I hope you enjoyed. Thanks again for watching. Stay safe, stay gaming, and we'll see you in the next video. COMMs out.
Over here on
this bit.
yeah. She's running.
Hit her down to the left there.
She's one.
Right.
Yeah, she's one.
She's healing
She's
behind
on
that
the,
tree.
oh, she's behind there. Okay,
right.
copy. Keep an eyes on that
right
stone. Keep an eyes.
She's one.
Nice.
Yes.
Good finish. Fabe joins.
Oh.
We get a team. We play smart. We get the dog. See what I'm saying? Session's pretty fun. The time to kill's good. Ehpex is feeling fun again, bro.